Sam had always dreamed of studying at his dream college. He had worked hard, studied late nights, and thought he was ready. But today, his dream seemed like it was slipping through his fingers. Rejection. Rejection. A word that can feel like an end. An ending of all your hopes, your dreams, your hard work. But little did Sam know, it was not an end. It was the beginning of something far greater. Sam had always been a hard worker. He spent countless hours preparing, staying up late, hoping that his efforts would pay off. But sometimes, even the hardest workers face obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. Sam's friends offering support after the rejection. One friend, Lily, speaks to him. Lily: "You know, Sam, it's okay. Rejection doesn't mean you're not good enough. Sometimes it's just not the right timing." Sam: "How can you say that? I did everything right. I thought I was good enough, Lily." Sam, being good enough isn't just about getting into a college or winning something. It's about learning, growing, and knowing when to keep going even when things don't go as planned. It wasn't easy. Sam still felt the sting of rejection every day, but Lily's words stayed with him. He started to realize that failure wasn't the end of the road. It was just a signpost, a lesson waiting to be learned. Instead of drowning in disappointment, Sam began focusing on what he could control: his music, his passion. He spent hours honing his skills, pushing past the fear of failure, and discovering new parts of himself he never knew existed. Sam entered a local music competition, but this time he wasn't doing it for validation. He was doing it for himself. He wasn't worried about rejection anymore because he understood that his value wasn't tied to any outcome. It was tied to his growth. And so Sam performed like never before. He wasn't performing for applause or awards. He was performing because he loved it. And that, more than anything, was what made him stand out. The results of the competition are announced. Sam doesn't win, but the judges approach him with feedback. "Sam, you didn't win today, but your performance was outstanding. Keep working on your craft and you'll go far. You have something special." Rejection again? Yes. But this time it wasn't a setback. It was a stepping stone. Sam's journey had just begun, and every rejection was just another lesson, another layer of growth. Sam learned that failure and rejection don't define who you are. They are simply moments that shape your story. And sometimes the unseen path, the one that doesn't seem to make sense, leads you to where you're meant to be. So remember, don't fear rejection. Embrace it. Because it's not the end of your story, it's the beginning of something far more extraordinary. For Watch This Thrilling Story, subscribe and watch on our channel now, and hit the bell icon. Meet Edward, age 16, mission, study for finals. Enemy, every distraction on earth. Edward gears up like a spy. Books? Check. Pen? Check. Focus? Error 404. Suddenly, phone buzzes, doorbell rings, friend calls. "Bro, want a game?" Edward sighs. Mission already failing. Edward sketches a crazy plan on his whiteboard. Focus survival rules. Phone in another room. 25 minutes timer. Study blast. Reward 5-min break. Snack, la dance, whatever. Cue him locking his phone in a drawer like it's a dangerous weapon. First 5 minutes, smooth. Minute 6, pencil tapping starts. Minute 8, daydreams about becoming a famous YouTuber. Minute 10, thinking about pizza. Funny visual of Edward hallucinating pizzas flying across his textbook. Timer buzzes. Stay with me, soldier. Edward grabs a sip of water, slaps his cheeks, refocuses. Mum knocks. Edward, did you eat something? Brother shouts, I'm using your charger. Distractions storm in like a video game battle. Edward wears noise-cancelling headphones, writes Do Not Disturb sign. He imagines himself inside a glass study bubble, like a boss. Biggest enemy equals his own mind. Thoughts attack. I'm tired. One quick video won't hurt. Maybe I should clean my entire room. Edward imagines a tiny, evil version of himself trying to pull him away. He smiles, tightens his grip on his pen, and keeps studying timer. Dings! He stands up, victorious. Sweat on forehead, but huge grin. Books full of notes, mind full of knowledge. He looks into the mirror. Focus level unlocked. Edward throws his hands in the air like he won a championship. Focus isn't about being perfect, it's about winning the next 5 minutes. Edward holds a tiny flag that says, "I survived study time." Turns to camera and says, "Distractions will always knock, you just gotta not open the door." Moral of the story, focus isn't a talent, it's a choice you make every 5 minutes.